Yo, you know who has the best cleavage in wrestling?
Uh, Carmella.
Nah, Natalia and her sister.
Oh yeah, Natalia definitely does. Absolutely. You notice it every time she comes out,
Yeah, like there's.
and Maurice too.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, have you seen her nudes?
Yes, from a long time ago. Yeah, when she was a model.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. She is uh, for lack of a better term, she is milk quality at this point.
oh
She
yeah,
is exactly what you would see in a stepmom video.
yeah. Actually, yeah. Yo, it's funny listening to people who go. I'm tired of that stepsister, stepbrother shit. I'm like, it ain't my brother, sister. What the fuck I care for?
Yeah, that's what those are the most popular things. But the Maurice would absolutely, if you took her picture and put it there, that's exactly what you would see.
Yeah.
But yeah, Natalia, absolutely.
Call me old man Wade.
Damn you, old man!
Wait.
Old ass man.
Shut up, old man. You smell like fart.
No!
Old man.
He's so old, he got a podcast on cassette.
Fuck, you're old.
Damn it, Wade.
Right off the top of your head, who are the 5 most attractive wrestlers right now?
Naomi, number one. I like Maurice. I like Jade.
Yeah.
I like Bianca Belair, and I like what's her name? Fuck, what is her fucking name?
What'd she do?
She is on Raw, and she acts crazy, and she looks like Harley Quinn.
Oh, it's sad I know her real name is Kaufman. Alexa Bliss.
Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan?
No, not Alexa Bliss. Liv Morgan.
Oh, yeah. See, all right. So I can't deny any of those. So from Naomi definitely, Jade definitely. I'm throwing a curveball and going Bailey, Scarlett Boudreaux, or however you pronounce her last name, who was on who used to be on NXT.
Yeah, with Karrion Cross.
Huh?
The one that was with Karrion Cross.
Yeah, those are the first ones that pop in my head. Like they're fucking gorgeous. Love them. All right, let's get right into the shit.
And your girl, Shayna.
Oh, you know I love me some Shayna Baszler. I was like I know some people they don't get it, but like Shayna Baszler is like she's in my personal top 5. Like she's.
Nah, I couldn't let you get away with that.
Oh no, I've said on this show multiple times. You know how I feel about her. Shit, I'm happy she. I sent her a picture of. I made a meme of her choking out Rhea Ripley, and Kratos choking out Boulder, and I tweeted it to her and go, "Who did it better?" And she posted it on her IG, which made me happy.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So, welcome to the Old Man Wade Show. I am your host, the God of Stub and the Lord of Laughter, Old Man Wade. And that silky voice you heard was none other than Brandon from the Hindsight and Why So Serious podcast.
I love the cleavage cold open. That was amazing.
Yeah, I meant to do it on the last episode, but we started talking dorky shit, and I was like, yeah, let's let it fly.
The best cleavage of all time, though, in WWE history,
Trish Stratus
is Terry Reynolds.
That's a good pick. A really good. I'm gonna go Trish. I'm going classic Trish Stratus being like the dopest all time though. Like classic like Trish Stratus when she was like when she was like just started wrestling. Like
Yeah, when she was in TNA.
nah,
Testing album.
yeah, but I'm talking like even after that when she became one of the greatest women wrestlers of all time. Is she the greatest?
I mean, in WWE, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Because I know, like, if you're
Well, I
talking...
don't know. She's not better than Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks is one of the best wrestlers of any gender in the world right now.
All right. Oh, also Sasha Banks is. I think she's top 5 as well, all time. Like beautiful, I think Sasha Banks is top 5. I'm gonna say this. You may not agree, but I think Charlotte is in the best in terms of all wrestlers, men or women. I think Charlotte Flair is in like the top 2%.
I like Charlotte. I don't think she's as good as Sasha. She kind of has a formulaic match. It's like the same thing all the time. Sasha is much more versatile.
You know
Charlotte can't really play babyface either. She's definitely a great heel.
I'll give you that.
But she's not a good babyface. Sasha can do both.
Well, if we're going into personalities as well, then you got to put Bayley up there too, because there's not really much she can't do either, and she knows how to make people look really good.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, you bring up Sasha Banks. I attribute a lot of my love for Ronda Rousey in wrestling to that match she had with Sasha Banks before WrestleMania. Because I think that was easily.
I kind of miss Ronda.
I do too.
I didn't think I would. I kind of miss Ronda.
I think a lot of us miss her because she was a really great antagonist, even when she was a babyface. I think
and she was real.
Yeah, and that was the other part about it. I know a lot of people go, "Oh, she lost 2 fights and ran to the WWE." I'm like, yeah, all y'all do is talking about it. Y'all can't beat her in a fight. Stop it right now. And since y'all aren't beating her in a fight, shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, she lost a couple of fights, but the people that beat her could beat your ass too. And matter of fact, not Sasha Banks. Ronda Rousey could beat y'all too. And it's
100%.
not and it's not even a matter of her running to the WWE. It was a smart career choice.
Mm-hmm. She made a lot of money. She was good at it. She helped the company, and then she left and went and had a baby.
Yeah, she got better, and she got better every match. And that was one of the few things that I know. That's one of the many things I noticed about her. Is the more she wrestled, the more comfortable she got. Then she started cutting really good promos, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then
so do you think we see her on Saturday as a surprise in the Royal Rumble?
Yes, I do. I also think we see Bayley as well. I don't think she's gonna have.
I hope we see Bayley.
Huh?
I hope we see Bayley.
One of the reasons I say is I'm just going by the stuff that she's been posting on her Instagram. It has all been of her like in title matches. Other than her stories, it's just been like her posting pictures when she won this title and that title. And I think she's gearing up for say something. I don't think she's gonna win the Rumble. But I think she's going to make an appearance and cost somebody. I think she's going to cost somebody a title shot in the near future. I wouldn't be shocked if Becky tries to enter so she doesn't have to fight a Mania, and then Bayley costs her the title.
Charlotte's already doing that, I think. Didn't she say that? I think Charlotte's in the Rumble.
You know what would be funny about that is, though? Because she would do the same thing her daddy did. But she also, didn't she just win last year's Rumble, or was that Rhea Ripley? No, Bianca Belair won last year.
Bianca won last year.
Yeah.
Won.
So I'm actually kind of pumped for the Royal Rumble's my favorite pay-per-view. It used to be Survivor Series when they used to have when everything was elimination matches except for the world title match. But like recently it's been Royal Rumble's been my favorite.
I know things have changed in the last year.
Yeah.
But I'll never forgive all those people shitting on Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns over the last year is the best character in wrestling. This sociopathic, narcissist, head of the table character is so fucking great. I can't watch WWE a full show. It's just not good to me. Like, I just can't watch a whole show. But I fucking tune in every fucking Friday night to watch Roman Reigns.
But you know what the thing about
every Friday night.
The thing about Roman, this is how I look at how good, this is how I look at how successful a wrestler is. If my wife knows who they are, then they're doing something right. Like because like I show her these random videos of Roman Reigns, and she thinks he's pretty. And let's be honest, Roman Reigns is a pretty man. But I show her the videos and the clips of stuff that he's doing, and she laughs. Like the one when she said to Seth Rollins, he goes, "If I wanted to have a match with the A-lister, I made a bet with your wife." I was like, oh shit.
He He's such a gaslighter. It's such a great character.
Yo,
He just gaslights the shit out of everyone.
and I love the fact that he acknowledges it. He goes, "I'm on God mode now," and I'm like, "It's up." He's the best heel we've seen maybe since Edge.
Yeah, yes. It's so great. And I'm like, y'all told me this dude couldn't do it. No. The WWE made him a corny babyface. He's having great matches in the ring, and his character is fantastic. It's the best thing in wrestling. I've enjoyed AEW for a lot of things. I hate the Young Bucks, but I just hate them for passion.
The Race Bucks?
I enjoy a lot of... Overall, the AEW show is better than Raw and SmackDown because it has more energy and things like that. But nothing on wrestling television touches Roman, especially when they were doing the Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Uso segments. Nothing touches those segments. There's nothing as entertaining as that on any wrestling show.
Yeah. Like, it's, you know what? And shout out to Brock Lesnar because people forget he's another one of those guys who could be a heel or a face.
Yeah, because he's been a heel for so long, you forgot that he could be a good babyface.
Yo, that knock joke. He was like,
him and Lashley. I've been wanting to see him and Lashley for years. We're finally seeing it.
Well, they're doing all that. They're doing all that just to have Lashley get beat. So
somehow Roman Reigns, like Seth, I was watching this. I'm like, Seth Rollins is one of the most unlikable characters on television. I hate that dude. He's so annoying.
But he serves a purpose.
But he serves a purpose here, and he's serving it.
Yo, I
want to see both of those matches.
I will say I loved when that fan came out and tackled him, and then like he comes out later and starts looking at the audience looking for somebody. Yo, that's one of the things I will say. A lot of the wrestlers, actually no, everyone who's come out of the Shield has prospered. Jon Moxley's been doing his thing. He's actually I think he's either just came back or he's coming back soon.
Yeah, he came back last week.
After alcoholic rehab, which good for him to like acknowledge where he was at and go like get himself some help. That's one of the things that people don't acknowledge when someone gets the help they need in wrestling, because we know how much of a boys club and how toxic wrestling can be. So I'm actually happy he went and got himself taken care of.
He looks 10 years younger. Like he came out on Wednesday, looked so much younger.
Yeah, it's supposed to be him and Bryan Danielson. Like that will get me to watch AEW. Like I'd watch AEW for that. Because Jon Moxley's my guy. He's always been my guy. Like
Bryan Danielson on AEW is another level. Like that character that he was doing was just. He was second to Roman Reigns. Like that Bryan Danielson character on AEW, just like this fucking smug guy that puts you in all these fucking holes that you can't get out of. Like this fucking badass, and he's so fucking smug and arrogant. It was great.
Is he playing a heel on AEW?
Yeah, fantastic heel, amazing heel.
Well, again, we go back to Daniel Bryan being one of those guys who can pretty much do anything. Like when he was a heel in WWE, you wanted to cheer for him, but he was such a dick, and you're like, ah. And then, but sure enough, like the yes and the no, and his shirts was flying off the shelf. Him and, oh my God, the month with him and Kane, it was.
He did this character where every match, he said he was going to beat somebody with a different hold, and he was doing a different hold every match to beat somebody, and he would stomp on their face until they quit, basically. And then he'll put them in like the submission hold, and then flex his arms like Hulk Hogan over top of him posing. Like the best character.
See,
just the best.
See, I don't watch AEW. I just can't because I hate everything. Their fans. You know what? You remember when the internet first started and people would just make you hate certain fandoms? I can't stand AEW's fans. They are they're like early 2000s Batman fans. Like, yo, they are the most toxic, arrogant, uninformed people in the fucking world. It's, please just go away.
Yeah, but that's really just wrestling fans, because WWE fans are very much the same way.
Oh, yeah, I know. But you know what I think it is? I think after like the first couple of months of
I think you just hate. I think you turned on Jericho because that used to be your boy and you hate him.
Oh, fuck Chris Kovico. The Ayatollah of Corona. Fuck him. Him and his fucking wife who was at the insurrection. Fuck them both.
But people turned on Jericho. Like, even besides that, just the character. They kind of turned on him.
Yo, he tried to do a lion salt and fell on his head. I fucking could not stop laughing at that shit. Yeah, have you seen there's somebody on Twitter who does weekly videos of the botches on AEW? And it always starts with...
Yeah, I see that.
It always starts with Roman Reigns going, "Acknowledge me." Yo,
Okay, you need to send me that. I might not have seen that one.
Yeah, it'll start with Roman Reigns and it'll be like, "Acknowledge me." And then it's him, then it's like a bunch of AEW botches. I'm like, oh, this is fucking great. So, what was I saying? So, yeah, so Roman Reigns is on God mode. There's no one better. He's just the fucking man right now. There's really nothing else there's nothing else that can be said about that. He's just the fucking man. All right, so while we're here, we're gonna rapid fire the movies and shows that we've seen, and you went through the list and the ones you haven't seen. I'm actually shocked you haven't seen the show I was talking about. It's on HBO Max. It was on there originally. Hold on, I'll pull it up in a second. While I'm looking for that, let's start with the show. So we're gonna start with movies. What do you think of Eternals?
Love Eternal. Hold on. Was the DC movie that Zack Snyder's been trying to make but never could make.
Yeah.
He did the Justice League. They did the Justice League better than DC did the Justice League. And that was the Justice League. Icarus was Superman. The one dude was Green Lantern. I forget his name. Who played the movie with Batista. The deaf woman was the Flash.
Yeah.
Like, Athena was Wonder Woman. Like, that was the Justice League. And they did it better. And it was grand. But I understand why some people didn't like the movie. Because it wasn't a Marvel-style movie. It didn't have the Marvel formula. It didn't follow the cadence of most of the MCU movies. It was different. And so people who became used to those MCU movies, this was different to them. It didn't sit right with them. It didn't feel right with them. So I understand that. But it was a good movie. I liked it.
Just real quick, the show I was talking about is called Made for Love. It's on HBO Max. I think you really dig it because,
okay.
I'm not gonna say anything about it. Just know that the point of the show is that a dude who's essentially the guy who runs Google made a chip to put in his wife's head that allowed him to see and hear everything that she did. And at the beginning of the movie, they have sex, and then something pops up, and the computer asks him to rate her orgasm.
What?
Yo, you need to.
Is this a show or a movie?
This is a show on HBO Max. It's called Made for Love. I'll text it to you right now. So yeah, Eternals I rocked with. I thought everything you said is everything. I agree with everything you said, but especially you said something that I didn't think of about how this was the movie that DC Comics wanted to do. And you said this to me earlier. I couldn't remember who said it, but you said it to me before. And you're 100% right. And one of the reasons I think that people didn't like it was because, as you said earlier, it didn't follow the same Marvel Comics formula. And I liked that. When me and my wife left the theater, we were like, oh, this was different. I liked it. My buddy Ken did say something that I agree with when he said Eternals would have worked better as a show just so they can get into more things. Because I really would have liked to see what else they had to do with the history of man. I think that would have been cool. But it's only a movie, so what more can you do about that?
They're also getting a sequel, so you might see more of that stuff.
Next up, we have Mortal Kombat.
I enjoyed Mortal Kombat. It was okay. I didn't expect it to be good, so it was fine. I like how this one embraced the source material more than the old ones. They didn't try to run away from it. We had a cool fatality, especially Kung Lao's fatality. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. The reason I laugh.
It's okay.
The reason I laugh is because my wife keeps getting on the fact that Melina's edges were fucked up. Like, she keeps harping on.
Melina was also thick as hell.
Yeah. Overall, I thought it was probably the best Mortal Kombat live action thing they've done. Kano stole the show. Kano was great. If he doesn't come back, I'll be shocked, because I think they pointed out that death doesn't really mean anything, which makes sense considering that people die in Mortal Kombat like twice. You know what I mean? So that was actually I really fucked with that. All right, next up we have Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi was. I like Shang-Chi.
I thought it was the best thing MCU put out in terms of movies this year. No, I
didn't like it more than Spider-Man.
Yeah, never mind. I take it back. It was second best. Spider-Man is hands down number one. Shit, Spider-Man is one of the best 3 movies they've done. Period.
I agree. Shang-Chi was. I thought it was highly entertaining. Had a lot of action. I thought they did a great job of introducing an obscure character to most people.
Yeah.
And the thing that the Marvel Cinematic Universe does that people don't understand, and I know we all get caught up in Easter eggs and rumors and this and that, but the one thing that the MCU always does, generally, is their philosophy is the simple answer is the best answer. That's how they do everything. You think it's going to be this, and this, and then they tell you no, it's actually all along. That's what they do. And that's why it's easy for people to jump on, and that's why it's easy to introduce new characters, because they make it simple and they let you understand. And I thought they did that with this character, so people could relate to the character, understand the character, get the character. Don't make it some convoluted backstory that I can't understand or I can't get with. Just tell me something straightforward that makes sense. Let me understand the character's motivations, and I'll get behind it. And I think they did a great job of that with the character that I'm assuming a lot of the mainstream people never heard of.
Facts. Since we talked about Spider-Man, we already talked. Like I said, Spider-Man was an A+. Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin wins the award for greatest spine buster of all time.
You love Norman Osborn, so I thought you would love this movie.
Oh yeah, but he wasn't even. I thought Norman and Green Goblin they were easily my favorite part of the movie. I don't think it was the best part. The best part, obviously, was the interaction between the Spider-Men, because it was the worst kept secret in comic book movie history, despite Andrew Garfield putting on an Oscar-worthy performance about him not being in the movie. But that show, you know what it was? That was everything that Endgame could have been, because it gave you all the No Way Home gave fans all the nostalgia that they wanted, but they didn't put too much into it. And I liked Endgame. I loved it. But I can understand a lot of opinions when they say it just seemed like a nostalgia fest from the last 10 years. I think Spider-Man did a better job handling that than Endgame did.
Yeah, they did. But they also had a lot less they had to accomplish.
I agree.
Endgame had to accomplish a lot. So I definitely understand that criticism, but they had a lot that they had tackled. That's why the movie was so long.
Fast 9. Fast 9 was a giant. I thought Fast 9 was a giant dumpster fire that I completely enjoyed from start to finish.
Well, I mean, that's all the Fast movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're bad movies that are amazing. Nobody goes to Fast and Furious for cinematic quality. I go there to see people in fast cars and ridiculous machines do absurd things that don't make any sense. And I love it. I saw that. I saw a dude take a fucking beat up car into space and then come back.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you want from me.
Free Guy was exactly what you thought it would be. It was a Ryan Reynolds movie. and they're enjoyable.
Free Guy is the best video game movie of all time.
You know, that's a damn good way to put it. Yeah.
I love Free Guy.
Yeah.
I fucking love that movie so much. It was so fun. Ryan Reynolds played Ryan Reynolds amazingly. And I even got hyped when they did the fucking MCU the Easter egg.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, oh shit, look at that.
And I love Chris Evans going, what the fuck? No, what the shit? Yeah,
I love that fucking movie.
it didn't take itself too seriously, which I enjoyed. And on the opposite end of video game movies, we have the worst movie I saw all year, Injustice. That was I don't think dumpster fire is enough. That's, okay, you know what? Fuck it. Injustice is the coronavirus of movies.
So I left this on the list because I haven't watched it. Because Injustice is one of my favorite comic book stories. And everybody that I know that I liked from the movie was horrible. So I didn't watch it. But I wanted to hear what you thought about it.
Oh, please watch
I
it.
should watch it.
Please watch it. It's on HBO Max now. Please watch it. It was,
Okay.
dude, it was, God. I was angry after watching this movie. That's how bad it was. I don't normally get mad when I watch a movie and I'm like, wow, this is bad. I was angry after watching this. I was like, my wife was like, are you okay? I'm like, she saw me shaking at how mad I was. I was like, I spent money for this. Like, I spent, because you couldn't rent it at the time. I had a review to do. I had some extra cash. I was like, $20, no big whoop. You know what I mean? I was like, that's just basically my Uber Eats money for the week. So I bought it. I was better off going to Uber Eats instead of watching that trash ass fucking movie. You know what? I'll put it even better. Injustice is the Wade Wilson at the end of Wolverine Origins.
So you don't think they're doing the Justice 2 animated movie?
Fuck no. For two reasons. One, it was ass. Two, I'm not going to spoil anything at the end of it because I really want you to watch this movie. And please do me a favor. And as you're watching it, and as angry as you get, text me or DM me so I can relive the pain that I went through.
That's what I did with Titans. I had to let that anger out somewhere.
We got the Suicide Squad, which was fun. It wasn't.
I enjoy Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it was super. When I say fun, I don't mean bad. It was super fucking fun. I said this. I did this episode with I think my wife, or I might have done it with Javi. But I was like, "Yo, are we gonna not acknowledge that John Cena's dick is big as hell?" And they completely focused on it for like a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, they did. It's Peacemaker too.
Yeah, John Cena. That's what I meant. Oh, they
Yeah, I
did.
know. I'm saying they did it in Suicide Squad and in Peacemaker.
Oh, yeah, okay. So it's not. My wife has said she goes, they're doing it again. I go, what? He's like, focus on John Cena's dick. I go, oh shit, they are.
What was I gonna say? James Gunn has an amazing ability to take obscure characters and tell interesting stories to make people want to see those obscure characters again.
Yup. Imagine if James Gunn actually directed the first Suicide Squad. How good it could have been with him, with Will Smith as Deadshot and James Gunn writing it. What could have been? So we're at TV show, huh?
No, I don't say anything.
All right, so with TV shows we got. We've already broken down. Fuck it. We got Hawkeye, Loki, Falcon, the Winter Soldier, and What If.
So Hawkeye was. I loved Hawkeye.
Same.
And Hawkeye was the show that I least was looking forward to, and I fucking loved it. I loved every fucking second of that show. Kate Bishop, Haley Stanfield, I think that's her name.
Steinfeld, something like that.
Steinfeld was fucking fantastic as Kate Bishop.
I agree.
Just amazing.
Yep.
As Kate Bishop. I don't typically like Jeremy Renner. I like Jeremy Renner as the old, grizzled, grouchy motherfucker in this show. I thought that was great. I loved seeing Kingpin show up. Vincent D'Onofrio was fantastic. And I thought Echo was cool. I'm looking forward to seeing her show. I thought this show, a show that people probably didn't have a lot of expectations about, did a lot and set up a lot for stuff to come in the MCU.
Yeah.
And I thought they did it really well.
Everything you said is how I feel about everything that's going on right now. To be honest with you, I thought they did a fantastic job. And one thing I want to highlight is the fight between Kate Bishop and Wilson Fisk, because that's exactly how it would look in the comic books. Those arrows wouldn't do shit to him. But she found.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I loved it though. She found the way to succeed. I thought Haley Steinfeld was a good rendition of the Hawkeye character, Kate Bishop. So I have no complaints. That was my favorite of the MCU Disney Plus movies this year. It wasn't the best, but it was hands down my favorite.
Also, I never thought I would see swordsman in the MCU, and I love how they made swordsman.
Yeah. So next up we have Loki.
Loki was my favorite MCU show. I
think Loki was the
love
best.
Tom Hiddleston.
I think Loki was the best. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I thought Loki was the best one they did.
Yeah, Loki was really well done. It told a cohesive story. The acting was fantastic. You got to see Jonathan Majors as the Mortis, or He Who Remains, whatever you want to call him. He was great. Sylvie was great.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the first MCU show that they confirmed as getting a season 2, so it made you want to look forward to a season 2.
Yeah.
It's kind of redeemed Loki, and I think we're going to see him going forward in a different version of Loki in the MCU, which is going to be interesting to see how the rest of the characters react to like a babyface Loki.
Yes.
Or somewhat of an anti-hero Loki, which should be very interesting.
Something else I want to point out, because we didn't mention them, but the woman who played Ravonna was great.
Yeah, she was great.
Like I said, Jonathan Majors, people were like, oh, why are people so amped up? He was only in the last episode for 5 minutes. I'm like, yeah. And he was smooth and funny and powerful in those 5 minutes. I'm like, stop looking at the time that someone was on there and look what they did with that time.
He chewed up scenery so much. He just chewed it up and spit it out.
And Wunmi Mosaku as Hunter B-15 was great. I'm not an Owen Wilson fan, but I loved him in this. So
I'm a huge Owen Wilson fan, and so he was Owen Wilson. He's like Ryan Reynolds. He's like one of those actors that always plays himself.
Yeah, but I will give him this though. I can't wait to see what they do, because at the end of it, they have no idea who Loki is, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck did Kang do? This is it right here. This is what we've been waiting for. Oh, and anytime we get to hear Tara Strong, I'm with it.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Falcon and the
Winter Soldier.
Yep, we got Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I liked and didn't like all at once. I feel that me and you had a conversation about this when it came out, about how they rushed the ending of it.
Yeah, I mean, they're setting up a movie for Sam, so this was kind of like a prequel for that. Sam Wilson, Captain America's Nick Spencer run is one of my favorite comic book runs. I love that. And so, for me, just to be able to see that, it was great. To see Carl Lumley in this be overacting like hell was fantastic.
Yeah.
I love when you get an old black man to overact. It was just great. And then we got to see what was going on with Sharon Carter. And I think that's setting up some things going forward. And also, I was telling people before the show that, you're not going to like John Walker. And they made him as unlikable as he is in the books.
Oh, God. I'm currently reading Devil's Reign, and I hate him even more.
Yeah.
He's the fucking...
John Walker's so hateable.
Yeah, he's the fucking worst. I don't understand how one person can not understand the concept of morality in 1 minute and then understand it the next. I also love that he showed up at the X-Men's tree like he was gonna do something. Like what are you, like what are you gonna do? And I love how Taskmaster looked at Wolverine. He goes, I fought your dad, and Laura looked at him and goes, yeah, not interested. And Taskmaster don't want the problems with Wolverine. Either one of them.
That'd be a nice fight.
Laura's Laura's more Laura's more skilled than a lot of the people Taskmaster has fought. And while he may know these moves, Laura's also very random. So I don't think he can. I don't think he wants them problems.
Well, it's because the claws come out. Goodness.
Oh yeah, it's all fun and games till the claws come out. Lastly, we got What If.
What If was hit and miss for me.
Yeah.
Some of the episodes I fucking loved so much. And then other episodes, I was just kind of bored. They were just kind of there. None of them were bad. They were just kind of there.
Yeah.
And so, I know everybody liked the zombies one. And everybody hated the Captain Carter one. But I love the Captain Carter one, but that's because I love hating that one. So,
yeah,
biased.
It's funny, I liked the Captain Carter one, and I thought the zombie one was mid. It was okay, but nothing really made me excited about that. It was okay. My favorite episode was Party Thor.
Oh yeah, Party Thor. Party Thor was fucking great, and Frost Giant Loki.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Did you Did you watch? You watched Invincible, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I watched it.
I forgot that was 2021.
I'm reading Invincible now.
Is this your first time reading it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Then we'll talk off air. But yeah, Invincible I thought was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, despite the fact that they changed a lot. And I thought I was going to be upset because they were going to make some changes, but I was pleasantly surprised that I loved everything that they switched up to adapt for the new platform that it was on. I had zero complaints about that.
Yeah, Invincible. I fucking love Invincible. I love J.K. Simmons. So, Omni-Man. And then reading Omni-Man, I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect casting. This is perfect casting for Omni-Man is J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, actually, the casting and the voice acting they did for that in general was second to none. I don't know if I've ever seen a cast like this. I'm actually going to pull it out now. So J.K. Simmons, Stephen Young, Jillian Jacobs, Sandra Oh, Mark Hamill, Zazie Bates, Seth Rogen, Jason Mantzoukas, Walton Goggins, Zachary Quinto, Michael Kevin Richards. They really went in with what they were doing for this.
And just like The Boys, they made some changes in the show from the comic book. And so far, at least as far as I've read so far, and I'm ahead of where the show ended off. I'm just ahead of that. Not too far ahead of that, but just ahead of that.
Yeah.
Where the books ended. The changes that they made, I think they made for the better.
I agree. Because in some ways it was a little bloodier, and in some ways it differed because it was this goes without saying. One of the reasons why I think comic book fans shouldn't be so upset with things that change is because some things just don't work in the medium, and other times they just don't work because we're in a different time. There are just certain things you just can't do because it's offensive or it's just flat out wrong. So they took out Mark's friend William being gay. Something comes up towards the end of the series, and you'll see why they changed that to make him gay in this. So a bunch of stuff happened that went on with this, but is that Brian K. Vaughan who did that? Or no, it's Kirkman.
No.
Kirkman.
Yeah.
Kirkman did. What else did he do that I loved?
The Walking Dead?
I've never seen The Walking Dead. I watched the first season and I gave up. I thought it was just awful.
Interesting.
It literally does nothing for me, at all. But he's done. He did Mystique. I think he did Mystique. Nope. What the fuck else did he do? I think Brian K. Vaughan did Mystique. That's what I'm thinking about. Oh, he did the Irredeemable Ant-Man.
Yes.
And I can't wait till they introduce him in the MCU. He is the fucking.
The thing I'm finding out about reading Invincible though is that shit is long as fuck.
Yeah,
it's so many volumes.
144 issues.
This show's gonna go 7 seasons.
Yeah, it has to. There's no way it doesn't go Well, oh, and then there's the spin-offs that came from that. Capes was good. Brit was good. Actually, no, Capes was great because it's a show about superheroes who literally punch in and out. It's
What?
yeah. There's a spin-off from Invincible called Capes where there's another because they mentioned it. It mentioned them in Invincible. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but these are superheroes who have like a paycheck. They have to punch in and out for their job. They get vacation time, and I'm like, oh, it makes sense. But like that's how you'd have to do it. They get health benefits. It's fucking fun. But Invincible in general was great, and Superwalk was actually the one to put me onto it. And Invincible is my favorite comic book series of all time, hands down. It's
Really?
Oh yeah. Like there aren't any issues. To put it like this, there are no issues in 144 comics that I didn't like. Some of them I won't read specifically because it gets so emotional that I'm just like, I don't want to go and read this again. But all of it, I thought it was flawless. I don't say that about many comic books. I think there might be 2 or 3 comic books series that I can say are flawless, and Invincible is one of them.
What are your other 2?
Wolverine Origins by Daniel Way. That's that one, and Why the Last Man. Oh, and I can't say Saga because the series isn't over yet. But
Saga's perfect so far, at least to me. It's a
absolutely.
series
Saga's perfect, and the one thing I love about Saga is they're political as fuck.
Yes.
They're hitting on things that you would never expect a comic book to really hit on, especially the idea of like gender norms and race and religion and and they hit it on such a way that you can't help but read this and go, oh, I know what that's like. Oh, I know what that's like.
Saga's my number 1. Number 2 is The Whole Time Runs Out, run by Jonathan Hickman. So Fantastic Four to Secret Warriors to New Avengers, and the Secret Wars. I've reread that at least 8 or 9 times. It's just the best every time. Every time I find something different that I didn't remember or something that made it make more sense. Every time. And now people are telling me I should read S.H.I.E.L.D. before I read that, because that's part of it. So now, the next time I do it, I'm going to read S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh shit, Hickman did do Secret Warriors, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know what? It's funny. I've read that a few times too, and I
all that's part of the same story.
I completely forgot that Hickman did Secret Warriors. I was talking. One of the things that I love about my passion for comic books is reading some stuff thinking of some stuff that I read in the past, and then realizing that these authors that I love are writing them now. For example, you remember like how they used to do like when in physical copies at the end of a book there'd be like a 5 or 6 page comic book written by like an up and coming writer. I found one of those and it was a story by Wolverine written by Jason Aaron, and I remember reading the story and I was like, holy shit. And then going back, and everything that Jason Aaron has written, to me, has been a 9 or a 10. Jason Aaron's run of Wolverine and X-Men was so damn good, and they didn't focus specifically on Wolverine. It was everybody, the students, the faculty. He upgraded Iceman's powers. It reminded people that Kitty Pryde is more than just like someone who phases, that she's like super intelligent. Then they get into he made Quentin Quire a really good, relatable, and sympathetic character. I was like, who the fuck else does that? Like, you know what I mean? So, then like there's the Mighty Thor run. Then there's the Thor he did when he had with the God Butcher. So,
yeah, Gordon God Butcher.
Yep.
That's what we're getting in the movies.
Yeah, which I think what the fuck is his name? From why can I never remember his name? From the Christopher Nolan Batman movies. Christian Bale. I think he's gonna kill this role. I think he's gonna knock this shit out the fucking park. I was hoping he was gonna be the Minotaur dude. Like he was gonna be in the boardroom and all smug and shit, and then transform into a giant Minotaur. I was hoping it'd be him, but God Butcher probably works a little bit better.
So, what was your favorite post-credit scene of all the movies in 2021?
Ooh. Spook. My favorite post-credit scene? I don't, you know what? I don't know if I have one.
Was it Star Fox?
Nah, not really. It didn't really do much for that really didn't do anything for me. I was happy, but it wasn't really like, oh my gosh. I think maybe it might have been the end of Black Widow with Yelena and then Valentina coming up, just because their conversation was just so damn entertaining.
Well, yeah, I mean, Julie Dreyfus is amazing. So
Yeah. Oh, she's on
killing that role.
I also want to point out that she's on the She Can Get It list.
Yeah, at 60.
Shit, 60 and fine.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
Speaking of that, Florence Pugh has been my favorite breakout star of this year.
Oh yeah, hands down. No one's
She
done it.
is incredible as Yelena.
Yeah, she's hands down. She was the best thing Marvel's. She's the best. She's Marvel Actor of the Year, hands down.
That scene in Hawkeye with the fucking mac and cheese was fucking just amazing.
Yeah, and I love stop getting me to like you. She goes, I cannot help it. But you know what's funny? Because just from seeing the stuff that she posts on social media, that's really just who she is.
Yeah, she's goofy.
Yeah, and I fucking love it. Like but then on top of her being goofy, she's really good at what she does. Scarlett Johansson said she watched Florence Pugh hit the pose down perfectly on the first try, and she was like, I was so bad. It took me a decade to perfect that, and she did it in one try. So, all right, so let's go. We'll finish it off with some comic book shit. What are your 3 favorite comic books of the year?
Inferno, number 1. I love Inferno. Number 2, probably Marauders. And number 3, it's only been like 4 issues, but I fucking love it. It's the Human Target.
You were talking about that too. I'm gonna add. I'm actually might pick that up after we're done talking, because I got some extra money. Maybe I'll grab that.
Human Target is so good right now. Like they're trying to figure. They got like some obscure Justice League International characters. Guy Gardner shows up and fucking asshole like he always is. It's great.
Perfect. So for me, it's Marauders is probably number 1. I honestly can't get enough of that. X Factor, even though it was canceled, was number 2. Number 3 is difficult because I really loved Inferno. I thought Inferno. I don't think should even be mentioned in this conversation because that's how good it is.
Inferno was just so great. I can't believe it's over as well.
Moon Knight was maybe Moon Knight. I look forward to Moon Knight every week.
Is that good?
Moon Knight's good. Moon Knight's really fucking good.
All right, I'm gonna catch up on that tonight, probably.
I will say this: a couple of sleepers for people. Black Widow by Kelly Thompson has been an 8 or 9 every issue. Crushing Lobo is super fun. It was only 8 issues, but it was dope. Devil's Reign has been good, but Daredevil's also been good. I forget the gentleman's name who writes Daredevil.
Oh, I like Devil's Reign. That's been good.
Yeah.
Are you reading any Image books?
Nah, but if you got some suggestions, I'm all for it.
I'm about to try to get on some because I generally love Image books when I get into them.
Yeah. Strange Academy is a sleeper. Joker is a sleeper, but only because it's not revolving around the Joker.
It's about Gordon. I like Joker.
Yeah, Joker's really fucking good. What's the DC Vampires? I love that shit. Wonder Girl has been fun too, but I'm not gonna put it on the list. But also, this is gonna be funny when you hear it from me. Nightwing is something that I have to purchase day of.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. Nightwing. I don't know how to put. I guess that's up there. That's probably tied for number 3 with me.
Yeah,
Nightwing has been amazing.
It's not even just the writing; the artwork is just beautiful. I need to buy the physical copy of the issue where it's just one long panel.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's been the Old Man Wade Show. Fun fact, we were only supposed to do 30 minutes, but, me and Brandon get to talking, and this is what happens. Tell everyone where they can find you.
Follow the podcast, follow me on Twitter, Cool Black Nerd, same shit as always.
You can find me, Old Man Wade Com, on Instagram and Twitter.
How's Javi, man?
Huh?
I need to talk to Javi.
Javi's busy. Javi is super fucking busy. Like, there's just a lot going on with him right now. But I'm actually kind of sad that he wasn't here for this. But the next time we record, I'll try to make sure he's around. Oh, do you want to hear something really funny? So
Yeah.
Javi said I'm not allowed to record with Charmaine until he's on there. Because
Why?
he's never actually recorded with Charmaine.
Oh, ever?
Ever.
Huh.
Yeah, shocking, right?
Yeah, that is shocking.
So, so next time, so hopefully I can get him on, because I love listening. I love recording with the two of y'all, specifically because when I'm recording with y'all, I don't really have to say anything. Y'all just go in, and I'm just like, all right, I just let it happen.
Yeah, I miss Javi.
Yeah, that's my man. It's like but he's just the only thing is he's just super fucking busy. He's got a new gig and everything. But put it like this: the good news is everything with him is good. So
Good.
it's not out of anything going on with him. He just got a lot of shit going on, and I'm happy for him, man. That's my man. That's my guy. So I'm happy he's getting everything. I'm happy that he's in a really good place in terms of like life and work and all that. So. But he actually have another. Shit, I should have hit you up. Oh, do you remember when I hit you up and was like, hey, what are you doing? And you got back to me late? We were recording, me and Javi were recording about the Green Door.
Oh, in Immortal Hulk?
Yeah. Oh!
I didn't finish Immortal Hulk.
You didn't?
I didn't finish the last 5 issues. The last volume, the last 6 issues.
Yo, I gotta say though, in terms of like perfect series, Immortal Hulk might be up there.
Yeah, Immortal Hulk was great. Al Ewing is something.
Al Ewing could be my favorite writer. Oh shit! And they canceled Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardian is good.
Guardians was really good. Just fucking up. It was on Al Ewing. But I have a theory on why it was canceled. I don't think that Marvel liked how gay it was.
Really?
I truly believe that. I don't think that they liked that they made Star-Lord bisexual and he was like really out there living his best fucking life, despite some stuff that was going on, and I don't think that Marvel liked it. I thought it was like one of the best books out there. I was pissed when they canceled it. I was really pissed off when they canceled it because I didn't think there was any reason to. It seemed like.
Let me ask you, did you read Ta-Nehisi Coates' Captain America?
No. Javi calls him woke cap.
It is woke cap. It's fucking great.
I read up until Red Hulk comes back.
Yeah, that book. I'm mad he's off that book, but that book was also one of my favorites.
What is he writing? I forget. Isn't he writing something now?
I don't know what he's writing now. That's a great question. I have to see what Coates is writing. I'm sure they're keeping him on, but I don't know what he's writing.
Yeah, they'd be foolish not to keep him on. But yeah.
I mean, Coates is one of the best writers in any genre there is on the planet right now.
Hands down.
They need to keep him.
Yeah, like it's almost like a blank check thing. It's like, hey, what do you want? But yeah, all right, I'm gonna get off this.
All right, I got one more thing before we go. Have you played any? What is your favorite games of the year?
Oh, my favorite game was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, it was like watching a movie.
Yeah, it's not even a question of what my favorite game was. Guardians of the Galaxy was fucking amazing, start to fucking finish. Like, I can't believe that I slept on it that long. Like, I loved every single fucking minute of it, and I couldn't believe how good it was. And I heard Telltale game, and I was like, because I want to actually play the game. I don't want to just do stuff and let the action move on itself.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not a Telltale game.
Oh, what? Someone described to me like that was a Telltale game.
No, they have a Guardians Telltale game, but that's a totally different game.
Oh. Well, I love the Guardians of the Galaxy game. Even though you can't use anybody but Star-Lord, I still freaking love it. The interaction between all of them, the way they talk to each other is just like something, like you said, it's like watching a movie. Except you're in control of everything. And goddamn, Rocket is such an asshole.
He's always like that.
But I love when he was...
He needs a book again.
He does. I gotta say, though, I laughed really fucking hard where one of the decisions was to, do you take Rocket or do you throw him?
Oh, yeah.
And so, immediately...
Or when do you take Groot? Or do you make Rocket the monster?
Yeah. So I've gone through it enough that I've gone through some of the same ones. But when he actually when he threw Rocket, I was like, oh, this is something else. I was like, he really threw him. But yeah,
It's a ridiculous story.
It's a great. I almost called it a movie. It's a great game. Hands down the best game I played all year.
Agreed.
And I'm a Ratchet and Clank guy, but that was the best game I played all year. All right. Thanks everybody for listening. Until next time, be excellent to each other. Peace.
Peace.
Damn it, Wade!